Good afternoon, YouTube. My name is Karel King, StanStrength.com, and in today's video, this video is for my fellow brethren above $2, so 200 pounds and over. I think that's about like 93 kilograms, if I'm correct. And if you are over 200 pounds or 93 kilograms, if you are over 20% body fat, this video is for you. Now, this isn't just a, you need to lose weight and get healthier. Yeah, you've heard that all your life. Like, we know this, okay? We're aware of this. We know we have this conversation with ourselves every single time before we pick up a donut and before we go to get Korean barbecue. And we tell ourselves that this is the last time. So this is not that video. This video is if you are over 200 pounds, over 93 kilos, and you cannot perform reps or even a single rep of body weight chin-ups with good form or pull-ups, you need to reevaluate your training goals and priorities. The reason why I bring this up, I know for a fact, like having talked with so many different people, having been around gyms for so long, having many friends in very similar boats, I know for a fact that when it comes to calisthenics, when it comes to pull-ups, when it comes to push-ups, when it comes to dips, you often say things like, oh, the machine isn't big enough for me. Or you say something like, oh, that's just for skinny people. Well, I want to be strong with a barbell. And this is where I have an issue. If someone like Julius Maddox is doing push-up work to build up his bench press, and you somehow think that you are too big for that your goals don't line up for that, there is just not even support from the best class, one of the best class lifters to have that argument, right? So that's proven false there, right? The next thing is, if you are a natural lifter, which I hope you are watching these videos, getting everything from head to toe as strong as possible is going to be your priority if you want to be as strong as possible with a barbell. If you want to have a big bench press, it's not enough to just bench press all the time. You need to develop your overhead press. You need to be able to do body weight dips and hopefully weighted dips in the future. You need to be able to do push-ups. You can't avoid these movements. There is no excuse for you not to be able to do body weight exercises, especially if you are a larger male. As you can tell, some of my sickness is still lingering. But here's the thing. If you are a larger male, right? You can't give yourself those excuses anymore. You can't, you're no longer excused from saying, I'm too big to do chin-ups. I'm too big to do pull-ups. Especially when most gyms have assisted pull-up machines. Your goal should be able to do calisthenics and then transfer that into weighted calisthenics over time. Regardless if you are a power lifter, bodybuilder, power builder, it is, of my opinion, that your ability to move your body through space is the most important. Even though I have my bias toward the barbell squat, the conventional deadlift, and the barbell bench press, I have come around to the fact that when it comes to building muscle and building strength, there are other exercises that are viable. But one thing that I actually will refuse to give any ground on is the idea that you should not be able to move your body weight through space. I don't think any of you who is that big, that strong, or that heavy are above that. Here's why. Unless you are literally a world-class lifter where specialization is going to benefit you, you have no business not being able to move your body weight through space. You need to be able to do dips. You need to be able to do pull-ups. You need to be able to do push-ups. And if you are a bigger male, this is even more important because here's the thing. If you are too big to be able to do those basic movements, that should be your motivation. And that should be your kind of like goal point as far as like whether or not you should lose weight, because your body weight has an effect on it. That if you are too heavy to do calisthenic exercises, that means you are carrying too much fat, not muscle. So if you might think you're big, you might look like the way you look in shirts, and you being confident in how you look is always a good thing. It's never a bad thing. But at the same time, we need to balance that out with some level of objectivity. I'm not trying to shame you into losing weight. I'm trying to get you to look at this from a performance aspect. If you are stronger head to toe with a variety of different exercises, your lifts will go up. So you can say strength is so important to you. You can say having the biggest amount of muscle is important to you. But if you are neglecting big, basic movements that allow you to build a lot of strength and a lot of muscle, what you're saying isn't matching what you're doing. I'm a bigger guy, you know? Just because I'm not shredded, I thought that I'm not allowed to have a YouTube channel just because I don't have a six-pack. That's stupid. But at the same time, if I couldn't do those basic exercises, what business do I have saying to be fit, to be healthy, to be strong? That's kind of my point. If you really care about your strength, if you really care about your size, we can't ignore these big basic movements. In the same way that you treat the squat, bench, and deadlift, pull-ups, dips, and push-ups should also have a very similar place in your training program. If you are too heavy to complete those basic calisthenic movements, then you need to lose weight or lose fat for solely that purpose. And here's the thing, you can even do like a recomp, right? If you want to stay at that body weight that you're at right now, and it's not too horrendous for your health, but you're then able to develop this skill to be able to move your body weight through space, think about the amount of muscle that you'll have. I've known people who only using machines and only doing the big three, who once they made the change and made the shift toward calisthenics, towards being able to do pull-ups, chin-ups, their rear delts, their upper backs, and their lats just all looked completely different than what you would get if you only did lat pull downs, seated rows, and whatever other machine-based exercise that you can think of. You are a bigger guy because you care about size and strength. Care about size and strength enough to not be afraid of movements that you can't do just yet. Because just because you can't do it right now doesn't mean you can't do it ever, right? Build up that ability, have the confidence to actually say to yourself, okay, there's something I can't do and let me work on it. Work on that, right? Once you develop the ability to do pull-ups, do chin-ups, I promise you, your back will be bigger, your back will be stronger, and you can leverage that in the future for better pulls, meaning better deadlifts, better rows, and what else have you. Like I said, if you are a bigger male, there is no reason for you not to be able to move your body weight through space. If you are unable to move your body weight through space, that means you need to build more muscle or lose some fat. That's it, plain and simple. There's no ifs, ands, or buts around that, and that applies to me too. I want to be able to do more than 10 reps, so I need to build more muscle and lose more fat, which is part of like some of my goals for this year. I am not above this advice. If you are a bigger male, you need to be able to do this. Now, let's say you're on the smaller side of things. If you are bulking, right, you never want to lose the ability to do bodyweight exercises. If you are losing the ability to do bodyweight exercises in a rate that is just like you're quickly losing reps, you're gassing out when you're doing reps, you're not able to complete as many reps as you used to, you're putting on too much weight too quickly, and you're more than likely putting on fat. So in the same way that I said for bigger guys, it's something that you can use to gauge whether or not you have enough muscle and if you need to lose fat. If you are someone who is bulking, and if you lose very quickly the ability to do bodyweight exercises, you know you're putting on too much weight too quickly. So that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it helps. Have a good day.